What's up, everybody? Yash Karaz here. You guys been paying attention to this new phenomenon about men surprising their wives with their own song? And sometimes the wives surprise their husband? Well, don't stop there. You can do it for your brother, your sister, your siblings. You can do it for your aunt, your auntie, granny, or grandpa. What's the thing? It's called Make Your Song. And basically, this is what Yash Karaz does. I don't want to join an organization, something I've been doing for over 30 years. So basically, Yash Karaz would do a spoken word. Now you tell me what inspires you about your husband. Vice versa, tell me what your wife inspires you and how she inspires you. Your son, your daughter, whoever you want this to be about. You give this to me. You tell me all the great things about the person who you want to make a song about. I would then put it in a spoken word and make your own song for you and surprise them, and it'll last a lifetime. If you want to know more about this, how the pricing go, just go to KarazFilmsMerch.com. It's on the front page. But think about it, your own song by Yash Karaz spoken word with a nice rhythm and blues or whatever you like. Talk to you soon.
Because you know we're trying to do it.
Colorado Springs, East St. Louis, St. Louis, live, unlimited, raw, Viper. If you didn't know, now you know.
Karaz Films, Yash Karaz, live. You didn't know? You didn't know? Karaz Films, innovative, giving it to you the way you need it, raw. Only for the grown folks, but the kids are welcome.
Check that mic, make sure it sound right, boy. What you want?
Yash Karaz.
What's up, fam? Let's do it. Yes, sir. Live. Back in the Windy City, Colorado. You didn't think we could flip it on you? Come on. The work in Florida for us is completed. Florida is a different animal. Some good folks out there. But I just have to be straight with you. You know, I'm a straight shooter. That's why my wife and I, we go all these different places and things. For me, it's the train of thought. If you don't just try to just experience other places, and you don't have to uproot your family and go to a different state and stay there for 5-6 years, just go somewhere for a month. Okay? Go somewhere for a month and just see how you like it. Get the experience, man. See the people, talk to the people. For me, Florida is the train of thought. The thought process on how a lot of folks think is just totally left field to me. And I'm not, like I say, I don't throw shade. I was in the heart of it. I don't have to throw shade. I live amongst the Floridians, Tampanadians, Land O'Lakes, you know, Brandon, Parkview. What up, though? Orlando, Kingsman. The thing is, the reason I say that the train of thought, it's like it's normal for everybody to have 3 jobs. I don't know what that concept is. Who made it? Who made it normal? It is what it is. We gotta get to the show. This is what I do. This is what I does. Yes, sir. Let's make it happen, Captain. Welcome to this edition of Yasha Allah Radio. I'm your host, Yash Kara. And today's show is going to be about grown bitter men in 2024. Yes, sir. Believe it or not, you got people in their late 30s still upset about their lives and want to blame you. Sad, but you don't want to get you don't want to get mixed up in that. I've been doing radio 16, 17 years now. Now, you would think I've been on radio for a long time, right at 15, 16 years, right? And these same folks that was attending my blog talk show days, YouTube days, these people were like in their mid-20s and early 30s, like me at the time. And now they're like, someone was in their 20s, now they're mid-30s, mid-40s. And they cannot get their minds in a direction that will help them and their families. They so concerned with you or myself. There's some people have so much hate for you, they'll attend everything you do just to hope one day they can watch you fall. And they're sitting there with a pot not to piss in and one to throw it out of, a window to throw it out, and they blame you for all their mistakes and all their misery. You got family like that. They're with you right now. And every time they talk about a third person, it's you. So you got to watch that. All these so-called people that talk as a third party, and you be right there with them, it's you. You may be thinking they talking you may be thinking they talking about somebody at Walmart, but it's you. That's why you got to clean your sled. I tell people, if you know more than 5 people on one hand and they're around you every other day, you don't know who's stabbing you. I caught on to that a long time ago when people talking in a third party, it's you they're talking about. But they're just using that friend at work to make it seem like it's not you. They hate everything about you. You probably say, well, why would they want to stay around me if they hate everything about me? Because they're hoping to see your failure, but most of all, they want to see you rise so you can take them with them. You know, it's just like Judas in the Bible days, right? Judas cleaved to Yahweh ben Yahweh. Cleaved to him, didn't he? Because he knew he was on to something of truth, but he wanted to see him fail more than succeed. But if he do succeed, he'll take me with him because I'm his who? Boy. Y'all got to watch this. If it's vice versa, if you're female, she's in your house, she with you every day just to watch your failures. But if you do succeed, that's your girl, you're going to take her with you. That's the only reason she's around you. That's the only reason. That's why I call the show Grown Bitter Men. You got grown men that still will be like, Yash this and Yash that. Who he said, you got, this is what I tell people, you're a grown man, right? Grown woman. You got 2 hands, 2 eyes, 2 ears, and a mouth. Hopefully, if the Most High didn't cripple you. But if you do, I still see handicapped people getting around and more clever than people with all their limbs. Okay. So that's not an excuse. If you can get in front of a computer, okay, you can have a Black Laws dictionary, you get a Stronghold dictionary, and you can put 1 to 2 hours of study time to find out anything in this world. How you think I done it? So people have a tendency of saying, Yash said this. Yash is not Yahweh ben Yahweh. Yash is Yash Kara. And all my life on this radio, I have told you guys, I'm not the Messiah. I'm a vessel and a messenger. but you have to do your due diligence yourself. What did Yah say? Prove all things, correct? I've proven so many things, and you still, the people that's the naysayers are the ones that have done no type of studying. It's just in their heart, it's blackened. And in their minds, they know you from Blog Talk. And since you're not screwing with them anymore, you have nothing to say. I've grown. I've grown so much. I know I've changed, because there was a time I would just go toe to toe with someone saying anything about me. But I just can't. I'm in a different place, man. I got this energy and it's buzzing, and it's Most High got me. And I ain't got time to waste it on peasants. It just doesn't make sense. And it's a sad part, man. You would think a 19, 20-year-old, you could give them a pass, right? But these niggas 35, 45, still bitter that their life isn't your life, or it didn't turn out quite like it's supposed to. And my thing is, what are you doing to make your life somewhat pleasant besides hating on everybody that's doing something with their lives besides you? You got men and women get in groups and bash those who are trying to do better. And listen, this ain't got shit to do with age, race, creed, or color. Grown ass men and women in chat rooms. Girl, you know she lying. Girl, this, and man, that nigga fake as fuck. Who we think he is? You 45. You looking like Day-Day, like a fake security cop. Mad. And then you say, why you mad at old boy? Man, I just don't like. Who said that you have to like anybody to get your life together? If I live my life based on what camps think about me and elders think about me, I would never be Yashkara, the man that Most High made me to be. As long as you worried about what somebody's saying, and as long as you worried about who pointing the finger, you are in a gossip lifestyle. And the Most High don't like a choppy man. You're chatty patty. You're worse than a woman. Some of these men are feminine. They midgets. All they do is gossip. That's why they like the entertainment world so well. Y'all, you ought to make some more YouTube videos about, Hollywood. It's needed now. What the fuck? Nigga, I started off like that. Why would I continue doing bullshit? I spoke on everything that they're talking about in the industry. I said it 10 years ago. So why would I repeat that? It's already written. And most people are shocked as hell. How did he know about Cassie and Diddy? Because it's spiritual. The spirit's ancestors are talking. You can't connect to the spirit, man, if you vainglory, you're chatty patty. That's why y'all be lost in the sauce. Like, how did he know? Hell, I was 10 years on the game. I didn't have to be there shaking Diddy's hand. Spirit show you everything. And all of a sudden now, it's coming out. But you should do some more. You should get a life. Stop worrying about what these goddamn entertainers are doing, man. Now people tell, did you see Cat on the Joe Rogan show? Okay. What's the point? They're all brotherhood. Joe Rogan sold out too. Shay Shay is bisexual. So look, Monique's setting the record straight. Monique, come on, man. Monique is doing what she's told to do. Her son already then came out and blasted her. It's bullshit. It's a stage. But you guys are so into that shit. Like, what they doing now? And still living in a fucked up, pissy environment. Some of these niggas are still living in them conditions when I was in Blog Talk days. Haven't changed. Haven't did nothing that would help their lives. But here they getting mad at me and you. And then they want to come on my show to blast off. Nigga, please. At the end of the day, you had to put your phone in your hand. You had to come to the speaker show. You have to go to the search engine and pull up Yashkara Worldwide. You had to find the latest show and you had to type in what the negativity. You know how much energy that took? You took 15 minutes out your day because I matter that goddamn much to you to try to leave negativity. And you still left that negative comment and still was in the same pissy environment you were when you bought that cheap ass Metro phone. That's all I'm saying. Grown, bitter men. So y'all fail at relationships. You're 35, 45 years old. Can't even take care of your son and daughter. Can't even buy your woman no damn dinner. When the last time you did anything for your woman? When the last time you surprised her and say, "Oh, baby, I'll buy it"? You can't because you're a damn loser. You can't even get a heart on. That's how sad you are. But you know how to beat your meat, don't you? I'm not nice, but I'm real as fuck. Sometimes you just got to say shit with your hip. Say it with your chest. That's what we do. And for the record, no, I will not be coming back every day doing a radio show. Since I came back to Colorado, I'm still getting things situated, guys. Glad to be back. Well, it's not like we left. If you go look at my radio shows, ever since I was in Florida, I never changed my radio show slogan. My radio show didn't say Tampa, Florida is new to new. No. It kept saying East St. Louis, Colorado Springs, because that was not my platform to stay. Think about it. I was through 4 hurricanes. And I know some of y'all from Florida and the South saying shit. Gosh, I've been through a lifetime of hurricanes. Well, it's good for you. Good for you. I went there on a mission. And going there, I found out a lot of things. And I didn't know my ancestors was buried on the grounds I was walking on. Tallahassee, Florida, there's a lot of indigenous people. But throughout Florida, they build like skyscrapers, insurance companies, and banks. That's all our people on the grounds of Florida. And they also fed our children when they were little to the alligators so they can get the alligator as bait. You know, they put our babies as bait so they can catch the alligators and sell it as leather, shoes, hats, wallets, and etc., and eat the meat. I didn't know when I went to Florida I was going to feel a certain way. I found out so much information. And you're probably saying, man like myself, I can't speak for you. I can't tell you what to do. Every man in this world have a journey, but I'm not the average guy. I'm a vessel. And I knew I was a vessel 12 years ago. I didn't want to be. I told y'all a long time ago. I said, I want this. But if the Most High call upon you, and you'll know if you call because you go through these trials and tribulations for those who think they know more than you, and you're going to prove them wrong. You don't have to literally do it through a book. You do it through spirit because they don't have a spiritual eye. They have a vainglory eye, a popularity. That's why everything they speak on never come to pass. Get it? So I had to go through these trials and tribulations, and going through Florida, I found out a lot of things. I found out the map, that how everything was connected. Virginia, St. Louis, Memphis, East St. Louis, all of this is just in one big old map. China, Japan, everything was in one circle, guys. It was like driving, like normally you drive from Colorado to Florida. You could drive from Colorado to Japan within 5, 6, 7 miles. Go to Africa in 6 hours through the Grand Canyon. Facts. This is all facts. This is still on maps, guys. This is still on maps. I didn't know that. See, sometimes the Most High take you out your comfort zone, even if it's a financial struggle. He'll take you. He'll just exalt everything from you. Like, because my wife and I got to Florida, it was like, was this the right move? So Most High know it. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to say, what happened? What's happening? Because your finances are going to drip. I mean, I ain't talking about high, like dripping. I'm talking about like deplete. But I never once said, why did Yah send me out here? Okay. Why did this happen? Never say why, if, and maybe. I was always, Yah knows what's coming. That's why I sit on the balcony and recorded a damn hurricane. It's like, you crazy as fuck. Why? He was like, Yash, you on a balcony in a hurricane. I was grounded. Yash, what does that mean? I was barefooted on a concrete balcony. I was grounded. So when the goddamn, whatever was happening, do y'all understand what I just said when I said I was grounded? If there's lightning, ground yourself to some type of concrete in your house. It will bypass you. We're nothing but electromagnetic human beings, man, connected to the universe. We were so powerful as Indians. We knew when it was going to rain. There was no harp. We had so much power to where nothing would come our way. It was too afraid of us because we was children of Yah. You understand? So I didn't fear no damn hurricane. I was out there with y'all saw the damn video, and then people was like, "Where is Yash?" I never seen that part of Tampa. I don't know what to tell you, but I was on the balcony. And a lot of people be like, well, what if it flood? Well, let it flood. This is what I was telling people in Florida. Because people from Florida were like, we got to get some sandbags. We got to get higher ground. I said, why? Where are you from? I said, Colorado. Yeah, you sound different. They was telling me this all the time. You sound different. Well, I'm not from Florida. I know you wasn't from here because your dialect, you talk different. I'm telling you, so this is what they're just telling me. My wife experienced the same thing. Okay. And I was like, let the shit come. What y'all worried about? The high winds and shit and the sound like a train and shit. Okay. What did it destroy? It hit Fort Myers. Then it hit it wasn't Fort Carson, Fort Myers. Then it was so many hurricanes, they wouldn't even record them no more. They stopped televising them because Florida was getting hit. And this is the sad part. The insurance company was telling Floridians dropping their house insurance like ping pongs. They was literally just dropping them. People got brand new houses with no insurance. And then you had Bay Shore. You had the Bay downtown. Those $1 million homes were subject to flood where the water went way out. And they was afraid that when the water come back, it was going to come back as a tsunami. But it didn't because it wasn't Florida time to sink. So people be like, why would you go to Florida? I mean, hurricane, dude, I always told y'all, wherever the Most High has sent me, it's always the belly of the beast. There's some that can handle it, and there's some that can't. And the next journey is people like, well, you're going to go somewhere else? Yeah, but I won't uproot my family and relocate. We'll just go for 3-4 weeks to visit and then come back. Whatever journey we decide to go on next, right? But we're done moving to different locations. We've done that throughout years, man. We've been doing that for a long time. So we're done with that type of life. Now we just go different places, experience it, and come back. So I had to do these trips to find out what Yah I need to be through the eyes of Yah. And what came back, and I made a video on this, where wherever you was born at, like wherever weather conditions you was born in, that's where you're supposed to reside. So if you was born in Florida, you're supposed to be in a hot climate. Maybe you could relocate to Phoenix, Las Vegas, Ghana, or any place in the climate that's hot year round. Bahamas, that would be for you. Look, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my story, okay? I was born in a season change climate. Spring, summer, how is it? Spring, summer, fall, winter. So I'm supposed to be in an environment that the seasons change. The Most High is clever, man. He know exactly where he needs his people. Now, you have to also understand that some people are going to say the sun is powerful for us. Just because this season change don't mean the sun shine once a year or the brightness of the sky. That's year round. Don't care if it's winter. You can still feel it, can't you? But I'm just making a point. I can't tell you your journey. I am telling you mine and telling you what made sense through the Spirit to me. That my journey is to come back and to reside in an environment where the seasons change. If you're in a hot climate and you was born in a hot climate and you're coming to a place like Colorado, you probably won't be too successful. You have more stress than success because you're supposed to be in a hot environment. You're probably saying, why is that? Because if you got eyes of Yah, he got you set up to stay there for a reason. So you have to do all of these things, man. You have to do all of these things for Yah to exalt you. That's why when people be talking on highways and byways and they got these churches, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. They think it through man's eyes because the Most High is not with them. Okay? There was a time when people always bring up my history when I was at Blog Talk. Well, he said we should go to the mountain. I am not Yahweh. I'm Yashkara. And I've apologized so many times. But then I had to come to realization that my journey is not yours. I was making my journey to be your journey. And that wasn't fair. But I didn't know. I had to be shook by Yah and say, wait a minute. You're putting other people in your journey. That's not for them. That's when I knew, when I look back at those tapes, that I should not have been in the mountains. I can tell you for sure, there's all kind of portals in the mountains. And there's some of them people that live in the mountains not human. But again, look at my journey, guys. How would I have known that if I didn't experience it? I had to go. See, it's one thing by looking at a computer and listening to what other people say. But when you walk it like I talk it, right? When you literally go walk it and experience it, and then put that in your journey and put that in your dialogue and put that in your diary. And then you put all that together. When the Most High get ready to exalt you and to refine you, your spirit of the realm of the universe is impeccable. That's why when these dudes be talking, it's like trying to get an elephant in a tic tac. It can't faze me. I'm too far gone. There's no way they can reach me. You understand? But they're trying to pull you back in so that you can give them some confirmation of negativity. And it don't work. It hurts them more to speak negative on a spiritual man than to congratulate him. You would get more by saying, Brother Yash, keep doing your thing. But instead you come in this mother and I can't with the slippery tongue. You're going to keep suffering. Because the Most High told you in the book of Apocrypha, I should take on your jealousy. And y'all ain't figured that out yet. You keep bashing a brother who's good. And you keep slipping. You keep getting fired. You keep having failed relationships. You keep paying child support. You're always $1 away from being homeless because you keep messing with spiritual men and women and the Most High keep whipping your ass. You ain't figured that part out. Just go on about your way, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because I don't have time, bro. I'm in such a beautiful place right now. That was a time when I would just feed on it. I was like, ooh. Now when I see it, I'd be like, wow. That took a lot of energy. See, I couldn't see that at first, man. You realize, like, to give a person just 5 minutes of your energy, that's down there 4 hours in the spiritual world. You exhaust, your spiritual side is exalted. I don't mean like refined, it's exhaustion. Your spiritual side can't function because you just gave 5 or 10 minutes to a spiritual man or woman of negativity, and your spirit side is bleeding like, don't do it, and you are drained. So that's another 5 hours at your life that you can't get back. Damn. When you see it that way, you got to get your shit together. That's why I don't worry about it. I be like, let them niggas live, man. Grown ass bitter man, worried about what I'm doing. And time when they get through, let me tell you how quick Yah is now. They don't wait no more. The spirits are reacting. Time when you leave the negative comment, shit go wrong. You get in an accident. Check is short. Damn, I forgot. What happened? You can't, it just seemed like a downward spiral. 5 minutes after you left the negativity, just boom, shit hitting you. You can't realize that you cannot no longer pick on spiritual men and women no more. Those days are gone, man. The Most High has spiritual entities here for a reason. The day that you can pick on spiritual people is gone. Keep that shit to yourself and keep it moving. That's why I tell y'all gonna say what you say. And I see the shit and I know y'all say, man, enough is enough. I feel you. But those people are in a place that the Most High got them in, and they walking in the wilderness, man. And they feel so good if they can get a response. But I'll be like, boy, bye. And that's even more crushing because you're giving no energy to it. And the more that you can't give them energy, they spiritual side, because even if they evil, they got a spiritual side. And that spiritual side is dying. Why do you think people walk around in negativity? You know? Why do you think people walk around mad? Because the spirit, you know why they feel that way and they are that way? Their spiritual side is drained from you. Your spirit got to breathe, man. You're not eating right. You're hanging with negativity. You're constantly in these chat rooms with gossip. Your spiritual side is drained. That's why you walk around mad with a headache and you hate and you can't change. Just like 15 years ago and you still doing the same shit because the Most High got your spirit in the wilderness. And you can't even die. You're already dead. You just a dead man walking. That's why I be telling y'all, let them live. Have you seen that? Like you be like, that nigga 38 years old, still talking about when he was 20. You can see good people come on at the job. They spiritual. You got that one or two people. I can't stand it. That motherfucker too goody two shoe, right? The spirit side of this person is miserable. And they got to try to make you miserable. What's the first thing when you first get a job, it's always negative Nancy. Here they come. Hey, man, I'm just going to hit you to the game. Hey, my name is Ray Ray. Man, these motherfuckers out here racist as fuck. I'm going to keep it like that. And that nigga over there, he a watermelon man. And that nigga right there's a sellout. Why do those people come up to you? Because their spirit is drowning in negativity and they need you to listen. You probably say, why they need me to listen? Because if you give them an ear of that type of nonsense, they can get your energy to uplift their energy in spiritual world. And now you negative. How many times have you went to work positive and you listen to this woman or man negativity? Now you mad at the boss. Your boss ain't did shit to you, but you mad because you let that person feed you their negativity and got your positivity to try to build up their spiritual side. And now you're taking on their persona. And then 3 months later, they get promoted and you get fired. That shit happens for real. Think about it. You're allowing people to steal your joy. I've seen people who are full of hate, but can get into this person's brain and absorb all their good energy. And you take the spirits will jump. Believe it or not, guys, spirits love to jump bodies. So if you're going to open up a new vessel to be negative, that spirit will leave that evil dude that's been drowning in the rabbit hole and jump into you. Now he's going to better things. And you know, he's going to say, oh, Lord, thank you for forgiving me, Father. I got a second chance because now Satan entity has jumped off into you because you gave it too much time, character, and conversation, and you absorb negative energy. Now it's on you. And if you think that's just a joke, keep playing. Okay? It is what it is. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. I tell people a journey is like no other. You also have to understand what's a changing season environment. Most of the time it's the East Coast, Midwest, and these parts of the world. You're going to get your spring, summer, fall, winter. Right? So anything in the Midwest, it's just like Colorado. I don't mean living conditions. I'm talking weather conditions, right? If you want it hot year round, you already know where you got to go. You're going to go to Vegas, Phoenix, Florida. Those places are like hot year round, And if that's your spirit of where you was born, that's where you're supposed to be. So I tell people, just try things, man. Let's try things. It's like I'm born and raised East St. Louis, Illinois. I knew I wasn't going to stay there. I tried things close, St. Louis and all that. It's the same environment. When I first came to Colorado, I knew this is where I was supposed to be. And it just clicked. And I mean by that, everything spiritual connected, everything on the energy level connected, but the Most High wasn't done with me. I had to go through a lot of stuff. And you probably say, well, you think you're done now? Not really. You see, if the Most High gave you all the answers, then you would not be hungry anymore. So he knows how to feed you. But the knowledge and everything the Most High have fed me, that's why I can't be touched. And I don't mean that in arrogance. I mean, like, when it comes to another man or woman getting mad at me or saying negativity, man, that shit is so far out the door. It's like water hitting a windshield. It means nothing. All right? When people think they can affect you that way, that's because they haven't grown. And the Most High is not. You ever seen people like that? You got people in your family have not. You go away for 12, 13 years and they still talking about the same stuff. They still talking about the corner liquor store. They still talking about school and lunches, and they can't change. And you're on this different level. Nigga, what the hell are you talking about? You don't get mad at them, because the Most High made you a strength of a vessel of knowledge, and he left them in the dark because they're comfortable with gossip, eating fast food. Ain't nothing wrong with fast food. I'm just saying they just like that circle. How many times you told people travel? Man, shit, I ain't leaving. There's places in Memphis I ain't seen yet. I ain't been downtown number once. There's places in St. Louis. When they talk like that, you can't change them. You're exhausting yourself to even give your knowledge. It's an old saying, when a man or woman of knowledge try to wake someone up, you're losing your credibility with the spirit world. I'm going to say that one more again. When people of knowledge, men and women, try to wake up those who are brain dead, you're giving so much of yourself to where now your credibility fails, because it's not your job to wake up a dead person. It's your job to put out the word. And if they have an ear, let them hear. What does that mean? In essence, that means is do the goddamn work. Even the Most High don't like a lazy man. He don't like a beggar as well. But you seem to think he gonna teach me. He gonna hold my hand and he gonna show me. No. The vessel puts the information before you. It is your due diligence to go out and find it to meet your criteria for your journey. It's not up to nobody to set your journey. You have to set your own journey. And if you don't research, and if you're not trying to find out what's happening and who you truly are as a black man, woman, and child, you can't leave it up to another man to show you. So there's no sense in getting mad at another man. He said we was this. He said we was that. Who are you? And when was the last time you researched anything besides getting mad at another man who told you you were some other than what you think you are? Matter of fact, you don't know who you are. You was told you was Hebrew and ran with it. Did that sit right? I used to say to myself, if Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Japheth, and Ham, how's Hebrews coming out of that? But I couldn't make sense of it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, shit, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Right? But your mind is powerful. You know something ain't right. And you keep saying, well, something ain't connecting. Something ain't connecting. And you're like, Then you stumble upon something, say, I'm just going to die with this. That's what you say. But the Most High said, no, you ain't. Now, you're going to be ridiculed. But you're going to let this information be heard. You probably say, well, Yash, when did that strike you? When did you know that the Indian world was us? When I went to Florida. So you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm trying to told you? You see how the Most High would take you places? Now, that's people been living in Florida all their lives, don't even know what I just said. But he took me to Florida to find out this information. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you come back and say, hey, you got a brain. There's books. The internet is right there. When the last time you researched instead of waiting on a man to tell you something, then ridicule the man for trying to do his best to lead. He said we was this. He said well, when the last time you found out anything about yourself? Well, I ain't got time. How many times you heard that one? But you go search YouTube for somebody to tell you what you want to hear instead of studying to show thyself approved for yourself. The Most High said, prove all things. When the last time you proved to yourself who you truly are, instead of going with a camp. Come on. That's all I'm saying. So when I went to Florida, I found out, man, my wife and I was blown away. But you see how Yahweh does you when you're walking in that spirit. And that's why I tell people, don't take my journey as your journey, because it's not going to work. And I said a million times, please forgive me for trying to do my best by getting y'all to those mountains. Most High knew I was trying to do the right thing, but I surely had to debunk that and said that, that's what the monoliths are. You know what a monolith is? Those are things that are set up through the spirit world that you can literally walk right through. How many times we had a show on there, remember? Those monoliths were showing up everywhere. People was like, who put these here? They're perfectly made. It's like, how did they get here? People are still trying to be puzzled and think about it. That was in the scriptures. That's how entities come in and out. But in Florida, the energy levels are very weak. Like, I can tell you in Colorado, like where I'm at, there's so much energy out here. People wouldn't know what I was saying if I were to speak it out loud. But the energy level in Colorado is impeccable. That's how it's so vibrant. You could probably shock anything you touch, man. That's just the frequency is just so high. And people say, well, Florida is not having frequency. The thing with Florida, there's no frequencies in the air. It's all in the water. Okay? The Florida frequencies is all in the water. That's the portals as well. That's why it's had so many hurricanes. Now, there's times when there's hurricanes and thunderstorm in Florida, those are portals beaming down in the water. And some of it is caused by HAARP. So if you want to know why Florida has so many hurricanes and tornadoes, it's because they're going into the portal systems. All right. And then doing portal system, it erupts communities. That's why Florida eventually will flood. Because it can only take so many more of those. And not just that, our ancestors going to call it back. Anyway, everything's going back to the Pilgrim days, guys. All these high skyscrapers and highways, that shit ain't going to last. Like if you go certain parts of Colorado, you'll see nothing but land. That's how it's going to be. In order for another king to take place, you have to erase the current king and his ways of living. So that means it has to be burnt. And what are they doing thus far? They're trying to eliminate the nature of trees, getting rid of the female trees. Did y'all know that? Well, the Most High told us in the scriptures, as literature prevailed us, do not touch the green on the land until those who are sealed are protected. You understand what I'm saying? So you're probably saying, what does that mean? If Most High is allowing man to uproot trees that's been here over 1,000 years and to kill the land, the seal has been sealed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because clearly he says in the scriptures, do not touch the green of the land until the children of Yah have been sealed. So if they're able to take all this green and destroy it, the seal has already been, the children of Yah is already sealed. Now you're probably saying, I thought we would know it. No, you're going to walk it. See, the Most High ain't going to give you that easy way. He ain't going to tell you, hey, yeah, by the way, I'm gay, bro. What's up, bro? You been sealed, nigga. Go on, live your life. No. You're supposed to know. You're supposed to keep your faith and keep your vessel like the Most High told you, and it's going to work out in the end. While everything is being destroyed, you're going to go straight through a portal. That's just how it is. See, some people, it makes perfect sense. You can't go to Ghana and escape this. Africa is going to get it real bad. They just ain't seen it yet. So you can't escape indignation. People trying to run. Look at all these rich folks. Even, and what's his name? Rick Ross. This nigga got a bunker in Miami. Unheard of. Florida don't go underneath the ground besides the military because it's not made like that. The last thing you want to do in Florida is put up a basement. Just the last thing you want to do. The grounds are horrible. The land is just not structured for that. It's just not. And most of Florida, people don't understand, most of Florida is swamp. That's like what you could go to Louisiana and drain some of them swamp and put mansions out there. That's what they did to Florida. It's mostly swamp. So when we was the Indians in Tallahassee, we just lived off the land. We built a lot of things too. Half the things that you see historical was built by Black Indians, especially the White House and other things of that nature. We built all that. The pyramids are still in Memphis. They're in Memphis as we speak. Parts of St. Louis. Come on. I tell niggas, come on, man. You're already home. Israel was right here in the land of USA. Period. Go back and look at the 1800 maps in the museums. You'll see Israel right here. People killing me. Right? So that's why I come back to my show. But I can't do these shows every day. So I'm still going to be on the same program too. This week is really hectic. I'll play it by ear. I will do another show tomorrow, but I definitely won't do the whole week. I just got a lot of things. Got to get straight, and I'm just going to a different direction, guys. I'm always keep my radio show as long as Speaker is available, but I got a memo from Speaker. Speaker have said that you will not be able to do live shows. And this is everyone that has a Speaker account, by the way. If you don't know, I'll tell you. They sent me a memo saying they're going to stop doing live shows by the end of the year or somewhere by fall. So what does that mean? Speaker will not have you do live shows anymore going into the winter. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Like, it is what it is. Do you, boo-boo? See, everything's changes, man. The whole thing right now is the whole AI. And I've been talking about digital world for a long time. So the whole AI thing is really what's taking over. And if you're not computer tech, you ain't gonna understand shit I just said, because it doesn't take Final Cut no more to get a good video. It just don't. Now I do both because I like mixing it up. I still do Final Cut, but Final Cut is no comparison to AI. If you don't really have to know how to program or code. Now I know HTML, but coding, I learned a little. My daughter is an expert at that. Yes, I do. I got a daughter that is an expert in coding. Yes, she is. And for the record, she's got a goddamn degree. Yeah, I'm just being honest, man. It's just that she's brilliant in that. She knows that shit. But Dad was always a step ahead. That's facts. But no, the AI will code for you. That's why it's just, guys, I can't put it in words. Like, you'll be able to literally do, if you know how to, look, how can I say? You have to understand AI in order to make this shit work. And that's where we at, guys. Nothing is real. Nothing is real, man. How do I know? I was talking about the digital world before AI even got here. But watch this. How do I know that this is the new way of life? Content. Tyler Perry have an $800 million studio he's getting ready to project to add on to his studio he currently has. You know, he stopped production. He probably said, what going on? Tyler Perry saw, I don't care if he sold out. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm just talking business talk right now. Got nothing to do with selling out. I'm just talking business, okay? Tyler Perry saw the business side of technology, that he's wasting time and money to put out a studio when AI is going to whip his ass. You can do you can do anything if you know how to do program AI. This is where we at, guys. To understand, why run from it? Understand it. Okay? So this is where I'm at. I'm like, I got all this stuff, man. I got stuff everywhere. I'm like, I just ain't had time to program it. You know, it's a beautiful thing. All praise to Yah. All praise to my ancestors who's been walking with me. So I also, as men and women of Yah, we give Yah the glory, but our ancestors is walking with us. And we also have to acknowledge our ancestors, right? So when I went to Florida, I realized that I was not acknowledging my ancestors enough. I found all that out in Florida. So if y'all living in Florida and don't know what I just said, you better get on it. There's no reason not to know that. I found this out in 3 years, man. And y'all been there a lifetime and don't know this shit. You should know it. And if you don't, start studying. You're going to be shocked to find out that you're walking on the grounds of your ancestors. People say, well, how you feel about the migrants? Shit, leave them alone. They here to take down the European Americans. Leave them alone. Now, if they messing with you, knock them the fuck out. But for the most part, they're only here to destroy European Americans. I don't know how to put it. That's all I can say. Now, the black folks that think like them, you're going down the tube with them. Real estate. You shouldn't buy a house right now. You shouldn't buy no house. You should only buy land. Stop buying houses. Buy land. America has shitload of land that says unclaimed. You know that's our land, right? Stop buying these stupid ass houses that they put up in 3 weeks. Now, Elon Musk done stood on something. He said, the hell with building all these houses. I got a smart house. But I wouldn't buy nothing from Elon Musk because he's an entity. Elon Musk is not human. He's a reptilian. So anything that he put his hands on, I wouldn't touch because it's programmed. But it's nothing like having land, man. That's what I'm working on. And I'll leave it at that. And you don't have to do this in Colorado. You can go to Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon. Beautiful mountains. But you don't want that. You want land. Now, I'll tell you something. If you're a person from Phoenix, you're crazy not to get some of that land if you're already living out there. Man, Phoenix give you, 5 acres, pennies on a dollar. You're already out there. Why not? You get what I'm saying? There's something, huh? What time is it? They ain't gonna love it. Man. Yeah, man. So that's the scoop, what's been going on, give you a ballpark of what I endured when I was out there. And we had to speak on Bitter Man. We're not trying to tell you, we don't drop names because why? Now, unless you're going to be a damn fool, then we have to put you on blast. But other than that, nah, We ain't got time for that. In 2024, if you're still doing the things you were doing back in the Blog Talk days, and you're in your 40s, man, you late 30s, 40s, and you still talking the same crap. Wow. But the most sad part is that you're listening to it. You're still listening to it. Right? I say let people live, man. You don't have to go out here and bashing camps and elders. The Most High already know who they are. And the sad part, he going to leave them blind because they don't think nothing going to happen to them because Satan's a liar. There's things going on in their life right now that they wish they could change. That's family members that's getting sick they can't conquer and cure because half these guys working for these so-called synagogues. Nothing that they tell you is real. That's why they live their life out of a book. Half the elders do not connect to the spirit world. The spirits don't listen to them. Their ancestors have rejected them. So they live their whole entire life out of a book. There's nothing wrong with reading scriptures, but at some point you're going to have to connect to the ancestors, the universe, and the spirit world. If you cannot connect on that level, you're just reading literature. Every man of Yah connected to the spirit world. They just didn't read literature. That's why they all went their separate ways. And one of the first people was Paul. He saw something that they couldn't see. That's why they all rejected him and hated him because he knew something they was totally light years away. And we're like that today. If you don't do it the way they say do it, you don't read it the way they say read it, something wrong with you. That's men pleasing men. And women doing the same thing. Why would you break your neck and telling somebody who's dead to the world, trying to wake them up? That's what the Most High didn't tell you to do that. If they have an ear, let them hear. And you don't have to go downtown shouting it. That's a damn fool. If we have done that in the days of Caesar, they would have knew our location and killed us. So why would they say that? Because there was locations that were so profoundly quiet. Men stood up on tree stumps and sounded off like a trumpet. You don't have to do that today. It's a thing called the internet. You can have shit on Zoom. So why would you do that? Because you're trying to please your elder. That's the only reason you're doing it. And then these dudes see their elder going to the left, but they got this I'm so cool shit. And you're going to pay a price for being cool with a devil who's the deceiver of Yah. See, that's why when a man of Yah walk alone mostly, you can't have people around you. Shit. And look at the literature that was left for us. Judas was right under him. Did he not try to get Yahweh killed according to scriptures? Peter was his right-hand man. No, Peter didn't wish harm on Yahweh ben Yahweh, but did he not deny knowing the Most High 3 times? And he knew the glory and the manifestation of Yah, but he still denied him according to scriptures, correct? So what makes you think you got these people around you that love you anymore? Snakes, nigga. You got to walk alone. And you're never alone. The ancestors are with you. But when you start putting people in your circle and you're doing these conference calls, y'all cool. Ooh. You got a Judas. You got a Simon Peter in your group. And you don't think it's going to happen to you. If you go get land, do not move a bunch of people on that land. You got to be very selective. You should move no more than 3 people on your land. And they better have a family. They be taking care of a dog or goat or something. You have to understand this. There's people out there with land. I have to say it. I'm not trying to cause harm to this man, but we have to just speak it. You got a brother like Pastor Dow. He don't know who Judas. He don't know who Simon Peter. He got so many foes on that land. That's when you're doing it wrong. I just get so tired of people saying, man, but debt free my ass. Who told you in debt? Everything is a promissory note and a bill of exchange. How the hell how you in debt when everything is paid, nigga? So what that theory of being in debt, the fuck? You can't move on somebody's land with a bunch of people who's pretending to be Christian Hebrews. It's awful. That doesn't even make sense. I want to say this without being malicious, but I have to put it out there. That's who I am. That's who I be. I keep it a buck, right? I'm going to say this. The only time black folks and white folks can live, that has to be a king and it has to be a servant. Period. Let's stop the bullshit. There ain't no white man gonna follow no black man unless he think he's boss. And you got to set the stone that you are the original black man of Indian descent of the Most High. If he decides to travel with you, he is your damn servant. You get that squared away up front, because if you don't, he think he's boss and he's a peasant. He's beneath your shoe. This is why you can't live in harmony with a multi-race of folk until there's some organization. That's why when the black indigenous Indian was here, they knew who was in charge and the rest was peasant. They couldn't wait to get their turn. They hated us. And when the Most High turned his back, they was like, it's time, nigga. It's time. You understand? You can't, there is no damn way that black folks, white folks, Asian folks, Latin folks gonna live in one environment. That's bullshit. That's why the Iranians are powerful. They understand what I just said. You can't let other nations come into your territory. There are chief captains and rulers, and there are goddamn servants and slaves. That's the only way it's going to be. You can't put all these people in one, because it's going to be chaos and disorder. And thus far, that is America's. Somebody got to go. Facts. That's all I'm saying. I be seeing these, like that Pastor Dow shit. That shit gonna blow up in his face. He calling white folks Israelites and shit, man. Please, you can't put those. Look, man, I'm gonna call it before it happened. It's a matter of time before chaos and disorder happen on that compound. It just doesn't work. There's a lot of pretending out there, like they're happy. White folks are looking at these black folks like, when can we put these motherfuckers in shackles? Because you know. They're going to find out who they are. Right now, they don't know who they are. When white people have land, they're not thinking about being kumbaya. They're thinking about who they're going to get to work on that land and who's going to be the peasant and who's going to be the goddamn king. They don't see it no other way. So they'll say, I got 10 acres. Anybody want to live on my land? Welcome to it, but we got to do the work. Why is he in charge? Just look at all the movies. Every time there's a disaster, here come Richie Cunningham. Well, what I did, I've already made a structure here. And if we head left towards east, he's the boss now. And they're showing you how that shit is in reality. Because they've been brainwashed to say, it's our time. No, you're peasants. You can't be satisfied. And I'm not being malicious. I'm just telling you about you don't have a heritage. I'm just telling you about your people. As a white man, black man, child, you can't be satisfied because you are not human enough to understand humanity qualities. You're reptilian. So no matter how much money you get, no matter how much wealth you conquer, you want to keep killing and killing. And destroying. It's no satisfaction in your blood because you are not human. You come from reptilian family. Your ancestors and bloodline made a deal with the devil, and you have no animosity towards human life. This is why you don't see shit the same. No matter how much money a white man has, he's still angry. This some bitch could have $20 million. He'll kill his whole family and himself. That's just facts. We're not throwing shade, man. You got to be able to listen to this. If you can't listen to what I'm saying in a spiritual form and understanding, kick rocks. It's just facts. The white women in relationships are trophies. They don't have a say-so in nothing. That's why they're always looking for the next man who take care of them. They use their sexual parts to attract men. And this is why white women figure black men put them on a higher pedestal. Same with Asian, Puerto Rican, Latin. They seek out black men because black men put them on a higher pedestal than their own men. It ain't cause they love you. It's because they know they can goddamn use you. Facts. Stop being bitter. Figure this shit out. I ain't telling you who to be with. I'm telling you facts that they seek out to you because they, man, treat them like shit. But you put them on a pedestal. That's why they like being with you. And don't come into some money. She gonna get a baby and leave your ass and take that money back to her community. Look at Tiger Woods. This bitch took a $20 million house and destroyed it. Demolition it. And everybody that set it Tiger up, she knew. Did you know that? She seeked her friends on her. That's how they do you. That damn picture called Get Out, that shit ain't fake, man. They on the net right now. Who blowing up? Who blowing? That's how they did Michael Jackson. They was like going to Michael's house. What did he do to you? Michael's a great guy. He gave me we calling a lawyer and you say he touched you. But Dad, shut your mouth. You say he touched you. That's how they think. Now, I'm not going to put 100% of Caucasian men, women, and children in one boat. But God damn it, I got to say 90% of you think like that. 10% of y'all got that John Brown spirit. And that's just facts. But you're not in one state. You're scattered out 50 states. Now, that's sad because the percentages get smaller at that point. You see? You can't, there's no reasoning with you, man. You don't see things the same way. No matter how much you've been told, you see history right in your face. You still say that your ancestors built this and did you know the Confederate flag belongs to the Indians, man? You flipped everything evil. You still you're probably asking yourself, why did they put the migrants in Texas? The majority of them. Because these migrants been told, take down these Caucasians. And them Caucasians in Texas living fat on the hog, especially the ones that with money. I'm sorry to tell y'all land getting ready to be taken. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. A lot of y'all up in age, man. And see, the Caucasians' children don't feel the same. They're liberal. They don't see it like mom and dad. They see shit different. And then these kids have did history because their mom and dad been lying to them. And they question their parents, and the parents get angry. There's a new world, man. And the black Indians gonna rule. The immigrants are only here to destroy Americans of Caucasian descent. That's facts. That's why they can't arrest them. They can't do shit with them because they're nationalists. You can only arrest a citizen. You can't arrest non-territory folk. That's why when you claim your Indian heritage, you're no longer on the detained list. You know that, right? So it's important that y'all start studying who you are and start weighing and being negative when a person tell you, how he know? And the person telling you how he know, when the last time they did any research to help anybody? All right? Going to take a small break. I'll come back and finish up. Y'all stay tuned.
You're now tuned to Nash Back home, haven't seen it since 93. A few things changed, the way I live, including me. A few old faces, up to no good. but she knows them all at the back of her hand. Damn, they from the hood. Born Mona, streets call her Dirty Lisa. Born Mona, streets call her Dirty Lisa. Good girl, gone bad. Yeah, good girl, gone bad. She was church raised, always giving praise, no matter what type of day. Loving her mommy, her daddy, her auntie. But there's one she must revenge. Pastor molested her over and over again. Because of his status, no one believes her. Living with no friends and all of the sins. She comes up with a plan. She keep a knife hidden in her hand. Pastor believe bygones is bygones. Mona never forgot. Stabbed him in his heart. He panics to breathe. Mona, say please. It's taken 20 years for her to venge. She walks over his body and says, I can live again. Born Mona, streets call her Dirty Lisa. Born Mona, streets call her Dirty Lisa. Good girl, gone bad. Yeah, good girl, gone bad. Born Mona, Lisa. Born Mona, Lisa. Lisa.
What's up, Josh?
What do you do?
They want to interview me today.
Who?
The press.
Say less. Alarm clock ring. Everything is not everything. Hey, ma. Celebrities DMing me. I think the Lord sending me a blessing. I'm blowing up on TikTok. Everyone's inviting me to the rock. They even flying me. High status females calling me. I'm in the life of the party. Snakes in the house. Snakes in the house. They look like women. Facts. Devil with bags. It's about 3 a.m. Satan likes to do all things in threes. He's got a contract with your name on it. It's all for you. It's all for free. Don't have to plead. The sign right here with the drop of blood. And every man and woman will be at your feet. You officially Team Blue Sea. Take the jab, throw up the goal. Always please me. Never say yeah, always say God. And if you do it right, you'll be mine tonight. Money, fame, Academy Award. I guarantee you will be top flight. Snakes in the house. Snakes in the house. They look like women. Facts. Devil with bags. Lord help me. Help me. I'm drowning. Things not like they're supposed to be. Somebody save me.
Somebody save me. Save me. Satan has his hands all over me. Oh, help me. Help me. Father, help me. Help me. I'm drowning. Drowning. I have no light. No light. I'm in a land of misery. Land of misery. Father, y'all help me. Father, y'all help me. You see, I fell off. Fell off. I wanted the money. Money. Save my soul. Save me.
Facts. Double with bags.
Part two. Oh boy. Yeah. Every time that I spit, minus the saliva in it. MCs trying up, cotton mouth they get. When they're trying to get lyrical, it gets very difficult. Very unfortunate that you don't have a buzz, kid. Fans get drunk when they listen to my words, saying I'm a good bartender. It's a mind bender when you listen to my words. Funny rappers like Jim Carrey. Y'all hella funny, stop wasting your time. Y'all need to wrap it up, be a mummy. You dummy, you a great man and can't stand you where you at. Walking on this beat like I got new kicks. I got nothing but attention. They salute me like I'm a general. I'm a nice individual, saying shalom to my brothers. My advice, black men, we need to be much stronger. Mentally, we gotta be in better shape. Don't walk around and be a man's dead weight. Lift you up and put you down, homie, you a king. Let that crown shine bright. Devils hate to see a brother glow. They hate it when we be educated. Strengthen your mind. We are running out of time. What the hell you waiting for? Keep this in mind. You are going to be in line taking that chip. You gonna flip like a switch. It's gonna blow you up, frag grenade. You need to be in one piece. Not talking about Luffy. You goofy. Don't be a character. You are much better. Keep climbing up the ladder, bruh. Never stop. Keep aiming to the top. If you're not with positivity, just kick rocks with no shoes on. Yeah, with no shoes on. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that is gonna hurt. Old school, 90 spitter. 1, 2, 3. Check it. Shout out to the 90s. Check it. 1, 2, 3. Gotta have fun on this. Microphone check out 1, 2. Always wanna do that.
Yes, Yash Allen Radio, Yash Karai hosting. Today's show, Grown Bitter Men in 2024. You already know. And if you don't know, now you know. You come back and finish up, man. This is what I do. This is what we do. Yes. Oh. I'm looking at the chat room. I see y'all talking. What y'all talking about? Oh, yeah. I'll address that in a minute. I'll talk about a few things before I get out of here. I'm working on, I didn't want to upload it when I was at the airport. To me, it just didn't look right. I wanted to wait till I get my studio stuff. I'm doing a show on liens. It's very important that you guys understand what liens are. Okay? Yeah. I'm doing a show on liens, and it's going to be on Roku Fire Stick. And it's just taking a minute, man, because some of my equipment didn't get here till late. And I'm still doing what I do. I saw some things in the chat room. Folks was asking about, wow, I don't know, man. I was seeing something about the 98. Here's the thing, man. You don't have to set up a trust and get your EINs because your trust is already set up. You get it? So if you are a secure party creditor, I'm assuming that you have some values right now. Maybe you have some inheritance, you have a large bank account, you got precious metal, gold, you got some type of land, whatever it is personal, that's what you need to put a lien. In essence, you're putting a lien on yourself to protect your assets. Why is it important? That's why I'm going to do a film on this so I can explain this to y'all, but I can tell you briefly why it's important. If you took out a loan, say at Chase Bank for $20,000 and decided to default on it, okay? If Chase Bank find out you have anything in your possession, that means you own land, you own houses, motorcycles, RVs, they can put a lien on it. But if you have a secure party creditor, those are your personal possessions, they cannot put a lien on it. That's what you own. So when they know you have that, they don't even come after you on it. However, if you don't own it, they will. I'll explain what I'm saying. But in essence, yes, go ahead, get your secure party creditor. But yes, you have to have all your EINs. What's the EIN? 98 EIN. You also have to have the private bank individual EIN and your 98 foreign grantor trusts. Those are your 3 EINs that cancel out your Social Security card when you're writing these drawers and you're trying to write off debt. You know? And like I told people, until you get access to your funds, don't you want to write off that shit? Some of y'all got repos. You can write that shit off. You just want it off your credit so you can keep moving forward, right? That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, man. I tell people all the time. I get a lot of emails, but I can't answer them all. But the one that stands out be like, Yash, I don't know what EIN you get first. You can get anyone you want. But then this is the question I ask, especially the older women and some of the younger ones who have inheritance. I ask, do you own land? So yeah, on my mom's side, they left me 5 acres. Well, you need to have secure party credit on that right now. Because, okay, let me just explain. When I was in Florida, people was having their land taken, man. 100 years in the bloodline. You probably say, well, how can they take that 100? Because they got no secure party credit on it. You know what? Before the banks come and take your land or take your house, take your cars and shit, they look to see if you got a secure party creditor. Because once you get that secure party creditor, it needs to be on public record. And before y'all ask me the address, I will not do that here. You got to go get it at Roku. It's on Roku. I put it on Roku. I'm not doing it out here because there's some people out here ain't doing shit with their lives and just want to hustle and then get that shit information and then mislead people. You see what I'm saying? There's some things I just won't say on the air because some people think they know this shit and they're going to mislead people and charging people. I know some people on TikTok charging people $2,500 just to get a secure party creditor, and they paying it. So that's why I won't say certain things on the air because people misleading people, and I won't do it. Okay. Think about it. Hold that. A treasury account. You already having a treasury account. Just think about what they're saying, Natalia. You already have a treasury account. It's in your straw name. Now, don't get it twisted. If you just want to go open up one of you just to have an extra one, you can, but you already have a treasury account. That's the point of you doing these fiduciary. When you become a fiduciary, you're claiming everything that was hidden from you. You already have a treasury account. It's in your straw name. You see what I'm saying? And if you do open up a treasury account, what you going to put in it? See, some people are just misleading people. I'm going to open up a treasury account to put my treasury in it when my straw name is my treasury. You get it? And this is why you become a fiduciary to do what? To claim the straw person. So why would you make a trust? I see so much shit happening right now, man. People just half-ass information. Like, I was like, why are y'all paying people $1,600, $1,800 for a goddamn secure party credit? I think people deserve to get paid for their work. That's how I roll. I try to give it to you the best of my ability. But if you hire me, my prices are still low. I tell you what, go look at everything on my site and go to some of these people that's just for a secure party creditor, people charging $1,500 to $2,000 just for a secure party creditor. And we ain't talking about getting your EINs and helping you get your live life claim, that type shit, right? And they paying it. And here's the effed up part. They don't even get their secure party credit. It's taking these people a month, and they be emailing, "Where's my secure party credit, man? I paid you like $2,000 a month ago." Don't even answer. You see what I'm talking about? Some people get just a little bit of information, act like they know this shit, and then you're gonna be heard on them on it. Then they close down their PayPal account. Red flag. Red flag. What that brother say? Dead giveaway. Real talk. That's crazy. I don't put nobody's name out there, but I think I know who y'all talking about. Here's the thing, man. I don't put knowledge on age because that's some people in their 20s that's real sharp. The difference between a person in their 20s and someone that's seasoned, a person in their 20s is a person that believes that they know in and everything. There's a lot of things that you have come to know, but you're going to make a lot of mistakes with your journey because that information is very powerful and you have not understood the ins and out of it. So a person 25, 26 saying, "I can do this for you, I can do that," and they're charging these high ass prices, they're trying to come up. I mean, goddamn, I'm going to tell you something, man. It's just some shit I just look at. It's like, really, nigga? All the fucking piercings and shit and the black power looking, man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't going with that. Sometimes what these people do, they'll put a face in front to talk it, and then they had a team that working it. You know what I'm saying? And I can't believe it's just for a secure party creditor, man. So when they be like, "What y'all charging?" That nigga fucking up the game. Straight up. That's what I've been heard. Like, that nigga messing up the game. Because I'm not trying to rob nobody, man. Why would y'all do some shit like that? And then that's not even that's just assets of personal lien. You ain't even got the 98 yet. You have your individual banker EIN. You don't have your foreign grantors, right? You don't have your live life claim. You don't have none on public record. But you paying this person $2,000 for secure party credit. Shit. Boy, y'all crazy as hell. That's all I'm saying. That's why I don't throw up names. I'll be just shaking my head like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Right. Brother AL is telling you straight facts. Use the 98 to make a draw from your trust without paying taxes, right? Now, here's the thing. A lot of people have been using a 98 to open up a business account. Man, you niggas retarded. Well, a lot of times when y'all use that 98 to open a business, why? You only use the 98 when you're doing a 1099A, 1096, so that if you do a draw, you don't pay taxes on. You niggas are opening up a business in your 1099, open up a business in your 98, and they're going to tax you on it. God damn. Oh, and I got to tell you, no pun intended, man. I can't answer every question. I get so many. Yash, what about this? Yash, what about that? I can't, bro. My hands are tied. I can't answer everybody. And some of the questions are so redundant. I can't, And then I asked one dude, like, When the last time you saw the Roku? I ain't had time. Oh, so you going to hit me up with an email and I'm going to give you spot on questions. Niggas, who is you? Oh my God. And see, when I see shit like that, I know these people are not serious. See, I'm going to just be straight with you. I ain't going to let everybody get this, man. Some of y'all ain't going to be able to write off debt because you doubt yourself too much. You're always in doubting. You know, you'll believe that you can be a slave again before you can write off debt. You know, that's why I'm going to do that show called Liens. You need to understand how liens work in the corporate world and how to protect yourself with a personal lien. There's two different factors, and I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to do a show on it, and you can tune in to Roku Fire Stick. I'll let you know when I'm going to upload it. You need to know this, guys, because a lot of y'all being misled to think that you can go buy a house and then it's yours. The only way that house is going to be yours if you take that bank to a federal court. And notice I said federal, because if you take them to a municipal court, they don't understand rules. They make them up as they go. You're going to lose and you probably get put in jail. You need to take them to a federal court where your trust is under a federal Department of Treasury. You're going to win. And 9 times out of 10, if any type of corporation know they have to go to a federal court and you're going to prove that they have gotten paid with a beneficiary signature, they will never show up. They're just going to default. That's how people get their houses. But some of y'all doing dumb shit, going out here getting BMWs, then I ain't going to make no more payments because I own it. But then you got to take them to court because by rights, they still own it. You agree to it. That's why I'm going to break it down for y'all, because y'all getting yourself in some trouble. And people telling y'all that's your car. Well, it is, but you don't have a lien on it. Huh? That's why I got my security park here. No. No. I'm explaining to you the difference between a lien corporate and a personal lien of your personal assets. I'll put that. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna love it. You understand? Yeah, there's some of y'all doing real good, man. Some of y'all already writing off debt. There's a question came up about the payment coupon. Shit, there's enough information on YouTube on that, but in my opinion, I think the CEOs are so hip to it, they don't have to honor it. You see, yeah, I know what y'all are saying. They have to. No, they don't. They don't have to honor that payment coupon. And once again, the only way that shit gonna work, you got to get them in court. And if they find that you're going to a federal court, they're gonna drop it. They'll wipe it clean. But how many of y'all got money to file a motion? See? So that's where we at, right? You have to understand how this thing is. It's really done. Realistically, and I hear a lot of people talking about bill of exchange. The only way that you're going to be able to take a payment coupon and get a credit for it, you already have to have a private bank set up. And you're usually not going to get a private bank set up until you get your first draw. Okay, so that's how they get you. And they don't have to honor them payment coupons. I don't care what they're telling y'all. A lot of y'all getting your lights cut off, cable cut off. They don't have to honor that shit. You know, credit cards have liens too, right? Yeah. When you sign for a credit card, you're not the owner. Yeah, you get your beneficiary signature, but you're not the owner. You made an agreement that the person who gave you the credit card is a fiduciary. You agree to their terms. That's what they send you a terms of agreement, and you say, okay. So literally, what has to happen, you can write that card off, but you can't lien that card because you're not the lien holder. You see, it's a lot of tricky shit, right? You really can't be in charge of anything until you get a private bank. And you have to get your first draw. And then any bill that comes through the mail, you take it to the bank for a bill of exchange. That's how you get credit on bills, and you never come out of pocket. And that's how you buy your cars. So let's say you bought a car for 25 grand, right? You can take that bill that you paid, if you had a private bank, and exchange it for credit. And that money is deposited back into your private bank. That's all I'm saying. So these guys on YouTube that's telling y'all a lot of craziness, the payment coupon. Yes, when you get a bill, it is a payment coupon. Those are routing numbers. But I just want to be straight with y'all. Y'all writing all these UCC codes and sending them back and ain't getting no response because they know they'll have to honor it. That was really, the payment coupon was only set up for bill of exchange. So in other words, let's say you got a cable bill, light bill, you got a damn bill or whatever. You can take those bills with your private bank and make them to an exchange of credit and pay them with the credit you receive from the bill. Get it? It's just like when you go out to eat. When you sit down and get ready, say you went to Longhorn and you ate $300-400, it's easy to do if you got a party with you, right? What do you tell the waiter? You say, check, please. Correct? You guys say, what that mean? The food is prepaid, man, but you're going to have to pay it, right? Go ahead and pay it because stop telling people to keep your receipts. Y'all do that all the time. They ask you want your receipts? Why do you think corporate done told them, don't give them receipts? Don't ask. Ask for your receipts. Because if you got a private bank, you take that receipt that you paid and deposit it as a bill of exchange, and everything you paid in a restaurant goes back into your bank. That's all I'm saying. Dun 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 dun. You ain't gonna like it. You see? And that's the reason why some people fail at understanding this whole process, because you've been told that you need a trustee to operate your trust. There's a lot of people on YouTube who still telling you to look for a trustee, and you've been working with these people for 2 years. Why are they telling you to get your trustee? Because it keeps you farther away from claiming your QV trust. You do not need another man or woman to activate all the things I just told you. You have to file for your fiduciary. That's Form 56 and 241. I show you how to do them on Roku Fire Stick. If it's unavailable and you don't quite understand it, then I will do it for you. But you have to hire me at KarahFilmsMerch.com. Half this stuff I've learned just by studying. I went to all kind of webinars. Don't think that you're the only one hearing this, man. I sit in webinars and heard people talk out their ass and gave you a little bit of information. But see, you can give me a little bit. I'll take it. When I got that Black Laws Dictionary and I started figuring out these words they were using, it was a wrap. Because one person told me they'll teach me how to do the 1099, wanted to charge me $1,500. And they told me I can only give you 30 minutes. But for 30 minutes, $1,500, we get a lot done. No, that's okay. And I just thought that was totally fucking ridiculous. That's why I wanted to do it different. That's why I did Roku Fire Stick. Y'all can be self-sufficient. That if you get stuck and decide I ain't got the time, boom, Yash Karar. I mean, and I said, hell, you don't like the way I roll? Go to them other niggas. They don't even call you. They don't see you no emails. They don't see you none. Now, we ain't good at being on phones because we got too much going on. But we're going to definitely email you. We're going to send you copies. We're going to make sure you're set up, man. These niggas don't even return y'all calls. I'm like, and I'm bullshitting. $1,500. Shit. And see, something like that would piss people off and say, I'm done. No, don't take that attitude. Boy, I became a bookworm. For 30 days, I studied nothing but the QV Trust. And nigga, when you put that spirit in it like that, I gained so much knowledge. And I was talking to old heads who already got their shit, man. I kid you not. So when people say, can you give me? No. They private. Shit. That's how I got up on the game quick. I was like, whoop. And I was like, that's a lot of shit I know. That's why I'm doing this lean thing for y'all. So y'all need to know and stop setting yourself up for failure, man. Buying BMWs and thinking you own them. No, unless you take them to court or you bought it cash. Because yes, your beneficiary signature does inherit you that product. But they know you got to take them to court. And y'all don't have money to file a motion. So don't sell yourself short. You got to understand how it's played. This could be a good thing. But when people tell y'all to take y'all bills and go to the bank and exchange them for credit, the bank's going to call the police on y'all because that's not how you got to have a private bank for that, man. And the only way you get a private bank, I'm not telling you not to get your EIN for individual banker. That's what it's called. But the only way your private bank is going to be manifested, you have to get a drawer first from your trust. Now your private bank is live, and any bill you get, you can exchange for a bill of exchange. But taking your bills to the bank, telling them, I want to exchange this for bill, they're looking at you like you out of your damn mind. See, that's half-ass information. And that's what people are doing. They give you half-ass information. And then some things like secure party creditor, they asking y'all for $2,000, man. I just shake my head. That's why I got if you notice, I don't go on TikTok that much. I just think it's too many goddamn swindlers. There's too many swindlers, man. It just is. But it's fucked up though. Y'all paying it. And they don't even communicate with you. You don't hear from them 3 weeks. But I ain't heard from you. I'm busy. They be rude. I'm busy. Don't think you the only one got some paperwork to be done. I'm busy. Damn. And I think the last thing I'm going to leave this like this. A lot of people are asking how to get their Social Security changed to Indian. It ain't going to happen like that. They're on to what everybody's doing. And the only way you're going to get your Social Security change, you're going to have belong to some type of tribe, or you're going to have to understand the mechanism. Because when they kick your stuff back, what do they tell you? Do you have a tribal ID? Got it? So people telling y'all how to change your nationality on the strawman Social Security card, they're going to kick that shit back. Because they see what's coming. Once they change that Social Security to American India, you can apply for everything. Because the land is yours. You see where we're going with this, right? But y'all are uneducated, and these people on YouTube are scamming. And you just have to use common sense. I'll be like, damn, y'all study, man. And that's why a lot of people are like, I'm done with this trust shit. Well, Most High wanted you to take that approach anyway, because he ain't giving it to you, what? I'm going to be honest with you. There's a small percentage, 1/3 will get to this trust. And see, some of y'all think the trust is wealth. It's just not about wealth. Man, it's about not being in the system, having diplomatic immunity. That's powerful. Being able to be back to American Indian status, you own land. Y'all don't see where I'm going with this? So they just don't think about the goddamn money. Think about your heritage, because that's wealth. Land is wealth, nigga. And don't even get me started on Yaki. That nigga. Oh, God. We don't drink water. Camels drink water. You think about it. Your tongue has to be, boy, they got him. That nigga gone. I told you, I knew it was going to be a matter of time before he started talking like Dr. Sebi. I remember when Dr. Sebi was talking about fruits and vegetables are good for you. Almonds. That nigga changed so quick. Don't eat almonds. Almonds are hybrid. Ooh, they get them, don't they? I'm so sick of seeing Yak. He don't even sound right no more. He just sounds like a retard. Shit. They all, even Dr. CB kids, they got them all, man.
Don't eat chicken the devil. This bitch crazy. Boy, you put some hot wings in front of me, I'm gonna tear that shit up. These niggas are gone. All that bullshit, man. Don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat. I just knew these niggas are full of shit. Make a suggestion. But all that bullshit, man. Now, don't drink water. See, the water, we wasn't meant to drink water. Now, next thing will be saying, drink piss. See, piss cleans out your arteries to the hemodema subquaver. And then there's a cespedalian to the affidability of the homodyty of the hemodema of the psychology of the cespedalian of the hanacanapalatate. Nigga, stop. You be saying to yourself, damn, what the fuck did I just say? Did they believe that? Yeah, they believed it. Shit, get the fuck out of here. So I'm out of here, man. Yeah, that nigga crazy as fuck, man. I told you. I knew it was going to get to him. I knew it was going to. That nigga's hanging with T.I., putting his hands in pyramids and shit. Man, I ain't trying to come down. Yeah, Charleston White sold out big time, yeah. But I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do. But there's a lot of young brothers that do vegan food, and they call themselves the Mushroom Man. There's a lot of brothers do food with mushroom. Y'all doing some good work, man. But I'm going to tell y'all better leave them entertainers alone. They know y'all green, and they know y'all don't know what time it is. Y'all keep fucking with them yachts in Miami. Rick Ross and all these T.I. niggas, they setting y'all up for a sacrifice. See, I know y'all think the Most High is blessing y'all because blessings come from Satan. The Most High do favor. A lot of you brothers that do vegan food hanging with these celebrities, you niggas are going to come up short. That's all I'm saying. And I've been saying this forever. Y'all can't see the bullshit because y'all glamorized. Them niggas are devils, man. And I saw Yaki having his brother cook for him that do vegan food. And I know the brother don't know what's going on. He's innocent, but still don't make it no better. Y'all just don't know who y'all dealing with. So it is what it is. I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, man. And we'll see what gives. And we'll see what's happening. All right. Yash Kara, I got to get out of here. Y'all be good. One love. You're now tuned to Yash Radio Worldwide.
Bye.